Ask any music critic or die-hard collector, and they'll tell you the exact same thing. 1984 was the undisputed peak of 20th century pop culture. In 1984 alone, movie soundtracks dominated the top 10. Heavy rock embraced synthesizers, and a handful of rising stars transformed into global icons overnight. But reaching number 1 in 1984 was a bloodbath, meaning some of the decade's absolute best songs were forced to settle for second best. Today, we're diving into the 10 massive hits that conquered 1984, the genius production tricks behind them, and why we're still obsessed with them over 40 years later. Starting our list at number 10 is an anthem that broke out in early 1984 and instantly became a cultural touchstone. Written originally by Robert Hazard from a male perspective, Cyndi Lauper completely flipped the script, transforming Girls Just Wanna Have Fun into an empowering female anthem. It shot to number 2 on the US Billboard Hot 100 in early '84 and earned 2 Grammy nominations. With its vibrant music video featuring real family members and local eccentric characters, Lauper set the tone for what 1984 music videos were all about: pure, unfiltered personality. At number 9, 1984 was a massive year for movie soundtracks, and few tracks defined the box office dance craze quite like Kenny Loggins' Footloose. Released in January 1984 as the title track for the iconic Kevin Bacon film, the song spent 3 continuous weeks at number 1 on the US Billboard Hot 100 in March. Driven by an unforgettable bass line and relentless tempo, Loggins solidified his crown as the undisputed king of 80s soundtrack hits. Coming in at number 8 is the lead single from Hall & Oates' album Big Bam Boom. Released in October 1984, Out of Touch showcased the duo seamlessly adapting to the electronic and dance-heavy production style dominating radio airwaves at the time. It became their 9th and final US number 1 hit, topping the charts in December 1984. The track's slick synth hooks and heavy drum mix proved that the legendary pop duo could dominate the mid-80s soundscape just as effortlessly as the 70s. Holding down spot number 7 is another powerhouse track from the Footloose soundtrack. Released in March 1984, Denise Williams delivered pure pop magic with Let's Hear It for the Boy. The song climbed all the way to number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 in May 1984 and went certified gold. Williams' soaring vocals, combined with its infectious upbeat rhythm, made this track an immediate radio staple throughout the summer of '84. At number 6, 1984 was the year Wham! Officially became international superstars. Released in May 1984 in the UK and later that autumn in the US, Wake Me Up Before You Go-Go was written and produced by George Michael, inspired by a scribbled note left by bandmate Andrew Ridgeley. It hit number 1 on both sides of the Atlantic. With its homage to 1950s doo-wop blended with modern 80s production, it launched Wham Mania across the globe. Entering our top 5 is a track that was utterly inescapable in the summer of 1984. Written and performed by Ray Parker Jr. for the blockbuster film of the same name, Ghostbusters held the number 1 spot on the Billboard Hot 100 for 3 weeks in August 1984 and received an Academy Award nomination for Best Original Song. Famous for its iconic call-and-response hook, the track remains one of the most recognizable theme songs in pop culture history. At number 4, a track that divided hard rock fans at first, but quickly conquered the world. Released in December 1983 as the lead single for their legendary 1984 album, Jump dominated the early months of 1984, holding the US number 1 spot for 5 consecutive weeks starting in February. Driven by Eddie Van Halen's famous synthesizer line rather than his traditional guitar intro, Jump proved that rock bands could embrace synth-pop without losing an ounce of power. Taking the bronze at number 3 is Culture Club's biggest career hit. While it began its global run in late 1983, Karma Chameleon took over America in early 1984, spending 3 weeks at number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 in February and March. Featuring a signature harmonica line and Boy George's soulful vocals, it became the group's signature track and one of the best-selling singles of the entire decade. At number 2, 1984 was the year Madonna transformed from a rising pop act into a global megastar. Produced by Nile Rodgers and released in October 1984, Like a Virgin became her very first U.S. Billboard #1 single, holding the top spot for 6 weeks straight through late December and into early 1985. Capped off by her legendary performance at the first ever MTV Video Music Awards in late '84, this single established Madonna as a cultural juggernaut. And standing at number 1 on our list, the undisputed biggest single of 1984. Released in May 1984 as the lead single from the Purple Rain album, Prince's When Doves Cry was an avant-garde masterpiece. Astonishingly, Prince removed the bass line from the track entirely, relying only on a drum machine rhythm, synthesizers, and his incredible vocal arrangement. It spent 5 weeks at number 1 in the US and was officially named Billboard's #1 single of the year for 1984. It remains a masterclass in pop innovation. In 1984 was truly a golden era where pop, rock, film soundtracks, and new wave collided to create music history. Which of these 10 hits was your absolute favorite back in the day? Did we miss a track that defined 1984 for you? Let us know in the comments below. If you loved this nostalgia trip, hit that like button, subscribe to Sound Central Station Beyond, and ring the bell so you never miss another deep dive into music history. But the music history doesn't stop here. Click the recommended video on your screen right now to unlock another incredible piece of pop culture history you might have forgotten. Click on over and let's keep the nostalgic vibes alive.